So, what is going on, people of YouTube and Twitch VOD watchers? My name's DGuess. I'm a variety streamer. I play several different types of games. Right now, I am about to start my journey with Pillars of Eternity. This is my first time going into this game. I've heard a lot about it. I'm actually a huge CRPG fan. I cannot tell you why I have not delved into this one yet. This will be my first time going into it. I know a little about it, but I haven't really watched a Let's Play or playthrough of the full thing yet. I've seen parts of it in the combat, and it made it appealing to me. And I know there's Avowed coming out later this year, so I want to get into the Pillars of Eternity universe before that game comes out. So this will be my first run. I have no idea how it's going to turn out, but we will check it out. Okay, so game settings. Let's see, what do they recommend? Hard difficulty suited for infinite engine veterans who are looking for a challenge. Survival requires micromanagement, optimization of stats through items, spells, and abilities. And path of man difficulty, enemy receive bonus to stats. So it's highlighting easy. Strongly recommended for those who are new or recent return to real time. I'm not new to this. Let's just go normal for now, and we'll test out the combat, and if it's too easy, I'll go to hard. But what gets me here is for Infinity Engine, I'm assuming that is the game rules that they're sitting on top of, so I don't know. Let's check it out before I feel comfortable. The RPGs always scare me in that way. Second Pillars of Eternity? No, I haven't. I haven't played any Pillars of Eternity.
Wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night.
That's why we're starting
Their
at this.
master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern, his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Okay. Female. My race. Okay, so there's humans. Common folk are the most common race in the Direwood, the Aid Empire, Old Valen Republics, though not as large as the towering Amoa. Humans are known for their strength and willpower. Mighty Mora are the largest of the Kith races, are commonly found in or near oceans. Though not truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water, and many of the citizens, such as Rotoya, are based on naval dominance. They are known for their unparalleled strength. Okay. Dwarfs, by virtue of the land covered and numbers of colonies settled, dwarves are the most well-traveled race in the world. They are commonly found in Direwood, the Valen Republics, and almost any colonized land. Dwarves are known for their great strength and tenacity. Elves are the dominant race in Ironwood and the White and the Wens, and are extremely common in Drywood and Ader. Elves are known for their speed and intelligence, as well as common isolationist nature. Orlans are the smallest of the Kith races, though many cultures don't consider them to be civilized at all, also notable for their large ears, two-toned skin, and hirsute bodies. Orlins are commonly found in Ear Glanfith and Exmetal plains and part of the Direwoods. They're known for their mental intensity and sharp senses. Okay, so if I wanted like a caster, godlike, that's kind of a name for them. Godlike are children of the Kith, civilized races who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often with mystic powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlikes are unable to wear protective headgear, as it's near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlikes are often viewed with fear and wonder. Okay. Dexterity and perception. I kind of want to play. What do I want to play? What classes do they have? I wish you could look at the classes before the race. What am I in the mood for right now? So I played like a roguelike character in my Pathfinder, which was my last big CRPG. I usually play like a heavy tank forward character. I almost kind of want to play spellcaster in this one. Yeah, I tend to play like a warrior or like frontline, right? So maybe I should play like Orlin, like resolve and perception. What does resolve do? Resolve reflects a character's internal drive, determination, fearlessness, and emotional intensity they can protect to others. It can be useful for mental intimidation, leadership, and convincing performances. In combat, it helps characters maintain concentration and contributes to the will and deflect defenses, but they're really small. War forever. The dwarf is going to be another melee character, right? They're usually like the tanky little dudes up front. I kind of want to play a mage. Yes, +2 to might, -1 to dexterity, +1 to constitution. You can play this dude, who's just +2 to might. I'm gonna go for the little guy. Okay, so the Hearth Orlins are found as slaves in Redricrest and the Valen Republics. One of the treaty terms between the Direwood and the people of Earthlanif was the liberation of Orlin's slaves, and while this has been honored, many Hearth Orlins continue to live in Direwood as indentured servants. Minor threat: when attacking any target that is also being targeted by a teammate, Hearth Orlins convert some of their hits into crits. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, so wild Orlins are the original Orlins who lived in the deepest forests and jungles between the tropics. Well, they have only been significantly separated from Hearth Orlins for 1,000 years. A few genetic differences have appeared rapidly, most notably a lack of facial hair in the Hearth Orlin branch. Wild Orlins are common in the deep reaches of the Ear Glanfith. Unlike their Hearth Orlin brethren, they are not often seen in Drywood, Redricrest, or Valen Republics. Defiant Resolve. After being subjugated to Will Attack, Wild Orlins temporarily gain bonus on all defenses. I'm going to do Wild Orlin. No, I think these... yeah. I'm definitely going to be backline something. What's a druid do? Okay, hold on a second. Spirit shift, starting abilities, lower endurance. Say what it relies on. Minimus at heart, druids tap into the spiritual power that flows through the simple living things, or plants, animals, and sometimes even living stone. While not necessarily religious, druids do have a reverence for the natural world as keen interest in understanding its mysteries. Most cultured druids are understood as a sort of primal magician, but among Glanfathom's Nasidakai, in many rural cultures, they may have high positions of influence and authority. Shapeshift. All druids have mastered one animalistic form. These forms give the druid strong abilities. No, see, that's going to turn me into a frontline fighter, right? So What's a cipher? Power. Ciphers can directly target allies, enemies with powerful soul-focused effects. These power soul wit, so they give stealth, lore, mechanics. Actually, this is kind of cool. Recent discovery in the eastern reaches. Ciphers were once called Brish Algan mine hunters by the clan Fathoms. Ciphers have the ability to directly contact and manipulate one person's soul and psyche using an ally or enemy essence as a focus for their magic. Though most ciphers are still found in Eastern Reach, practitioners of the technique have spread through the known world. They are gaining acceptance over time, but are generally distrusted. What about a chanter? In every culture across Arrow, there are chanters. Many historians consider chanters to be most ancient workers of magic. Their hollowed phrases stirring the collective memory of wayward souls around them, compelling them to generate magic in a kind of reenactment. In some societies, chanters form organized groups of storytellers and researchers, but in most parts of the world, they are just time-honored part of local folk tradition. All chants can continuously speak chants made up of magical phrases. Phrases produce passive effects and help build a chanter's power until they can use invocation. Invocation, powerful magic effects that characters can create after they have spoken a required number of phrases through their chants. I don't know, the enchanter sounds kind of cool. Yeah, let's check out the wizard. Master of academic magic, wizards are students of arcane tradition that stretch back beyond the boundaries of recorded history. Wizards are a highly organized group, often forming academic or academies or guilds devoted to research and development in magical studies, and tend to favor environments where inquiry, experimentation, debate, and the dissemination of knowledge are encouraged. Many accomplished wizards eventually become known for their eccentricity, their egos, and their unquenchable interest in all things arcane and occult. So arcane assault, mid-range attack that hits a small area, raw damage. I don't know. I feel like I've played wizards before. I'm gonna go with Chanter. Because this is different. This is interesting. Like the Cipher, the Chanter are the two that like I don't think I've played before. I feel like I've played every other class somewhere. This is different. This is almost like a bard. And I haven't played a bard in a long, long time. Yeah, let's go for it. And it kind of works with my character, right? Because he's like of the old race, and this is kind of like an old class. Oh, good. Praises. Blessed was Wingrith, quickest of his tribe. Increase the movement rate and reflex of all allies. Oh, so it is like a bard. Helps off winds of death, rains a portion of endurance from all enemies in the area. Reduces slashing and piercing damage of enemies in the area. Effect. Do I want to main a bard though? I don't think I want to main a bard. I think that would just like in any game. That's rough. That's super rough. Like I'd like a backup character being a bard, but maining one. So these guys control minds. Yeah, maining a bard is just like and with all CRPGs, your main character gets stuck in situations where they're like by themselves. And being a guy that's like, hey, Let me sing you a song. It's not it's not a healthy situation. Let's try this Mine Hunter. It's a toxic physical manifestation of mutual antipathy between Cypher and enemy. Enemies caught in the path between two will suffer corrosive damage. Okay. Shock an enemy's visual receptors, dazing, blinding them, as well as blinding nearby targets. I love blinding. Mind Wave. Target becomes the object of concussion blast of psychic energy, suffering raw damage from trauma. Character in a conical area behind the target, failing fortitude checks, are knocked prone from the blast. That's cool. Full shock. Briefly transform the outer shell of an allied target soul into energy, releasing an electric burst around them. Characters standing in the area around the target take shock. Sails the target's grasp on reality, frightening and confusing them. Oh, do I want to blind them or confuse them? There's a trade. Imparts a bedeviled secret to an enemy that causes its allegiance to bend, charming them for a duration. Oh, that's charm. Wait, how long does it last? For 10 seconds. Not a very good charm. Yeah, let's blind. How long does blind last? But it only lasts for 10 seconds too. Go with blind. Okay. So intelligence is obviously my main stat. Dexterity. Why would I need might? That's weird that I need might. Flex the character's internal determine fearlessness and emotional intensity they can protect. Okay. I'm gonna actually drop some into here. Am I a frontline fighter? Is that why I need might? I should post a poll. Okay. We'll play like this. Heavy intelligence. Plus 40 duration. Now I have to do culture. The Aedir Empire is currently the largest and most powerful. Okay, no dead fire. Consists of nations of Nastic, dozens of almost settlement, hundreds of lawless. No. These are largely expensive. The living lands is in the mountain region of large northern islands, renowned for its diversity of plants and animal life. Its weather is unpredictable and its ecosystem is very dramatic from valley to valley. The living lands are home to an assortment of races and variety of colonial. Yeah, let's do this. I don't see. Yeah, I want to do living lands because the bow thing. You were part of a group that founded a fledgling colony in the distance. So wait, colonist, drifter, explorer, hunter, laborer. Oh, it's gonna be explorer. Find siren call of the horizon irresistible. You cannot help but wonder if what lies beyond the next hill or wave. You built your life around finding out. Yep. So these are the two. Definitely this one. Skin cone. I'm just gonna match the picture. It doesn't match the picture. Wait. Primary. Gonna be like greenish. Doesn't look like me, thanks. Alright, skin. Not many different appearances, that's fine.
Ready when you are.
I've got this.
Yeah.
Wait.
Time to see and not be seen.
Where's that voice from? We just played a game with that guy's voice.
Let's go!
Oh my god, it's gonna annoy me.
Quickly and quietly. Yeah?
Oh well. Not him though.
I shall lead us. Attack! A blade in the dark.
Hey there.
Follow me. Stand together!
I could get female
Nice
voice.
and slow.
To whispers and shadows.
Let's go with a mystic. Where is his voice from? Oh well. We're going mystic. His name will be Degausling, because he's very small. Well, female voice, he suffers from condition. Okay. Character creation only took me a little bit of time. It only took me 20 minutes. That's not bad. For a CRPG, I've done way worse. Caravan Master finishes dressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it?
Yeah,
Stay out
creation
of
is
the
the best
woods,
part.
and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards the looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
You okay?
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
He nods in your direction. Sparkle nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Where would I find these
They
berries?
grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Okay, your character's attributes, skills, class, race, culture, and sex may all open up options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to other responses, but give you a wider variety of choices to select from. The manner in which someone responds to your choices depends on their individual personality and attitude. Okay. Who did build the
Got
ruins
different
here?
names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Is it dangerous
Not
out
if you
here?
hurry about your business. And not if the weather holds up.
There's concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What kind of weather do you get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
What are these huge rocks coming out of the ground?
They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories.
Okay, I don't.
It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days.
Yep.
The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
Hold a man's soul. Okay, I'll go see about the
Hold
berries
on.
then.
Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not
I
like
am.
most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
Okay. So let's continue.
Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some spring berries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
Okay, she's got an axe, so she's frontline.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Fair.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's
Definitely
a
get my
bivouac,
berries in the
we'll
woods.
shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Yep. Welcome to Pillars of Eternity. If this is your first visit to the world of Aeora, you may want to watch these windows to become familiar with the tools and interfaces available. This is why I have them. Your party always consists of your character and up to 5 additional companions or adventurers. While the caravan is camped outside the Glenfathan ruins, Odema has assigned Kaliska to help you. Kaliska is a fighter, class that excels close-quarter defense. Use her ability to complement your own. Select a party member, click on their selection circle, their portrait, or press the number buttons that corresponds to their position in the party. Ah, okay. Starting with 1 at the left. To select multiple party members, click and hold anywhere on the screen and drag the marquee over the circle of the party you'd like to include. To move selected characters, click anywhere on the screen where your cursor is a circle of 4 wedges. Wow, this is really basic. All selected characters will path to their corresponding positions in that formation. If you see a red circle with a slash through it, you cannot walk on that part of the map. When multiple party members are seated, the action bar is hidden. To see an individual character option, select only that character. Okay. Okay. Simple CRPG stuff. Ooh, I can make a custom formation. Let's just do the triangle for now. Okay. Let's turn up the DPI setting on my mouse. I have to toggle like this. Am I going south? Most people you encounter in the world are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them by clicking on the selection circle. Many characters will simply greet you and go on their way, but others will have larger conversations to explore. The merchant, Huden, has a conversation that opens a store with equipment for sale. Ooh, well, hello then. Guessing you are the merchant.
Anyone need supplies?
You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
See what you got. Alright, so I got 100 coin, giant miniature space piglet, Juan's pledge ring, tiny obsidian worm, my pet, and a cloak of obsidian ore. Okay. How do I see? This is my character. Hold up. Okay, this is how I can see. I just have a bow. Wait,
Something else you need?
Let's see what you have. Are there arrows? No, but there are lockpicks. Yeah. Really can't afford much besides the bow I have. Let's just ignore this for now. We'll see what comes of it. Can I move formation?
All right,
I
follow
can.
me.
Cool. Party AI is active. Alright. Fallen tree doesn't budge. Sap oozes from the jagged wound.
Not
in its
looking
trunk.
forward to trying to lift that thing.
Stores allow you to trade and sell your items for copper pieces or items in the store's inventory. Merchants buy items from you at a great reduced price. If you sell something, you may see it appear in the store's inventory with much higher costs. Stores periodically refresh their inventory. Okay. Kind of sad that it doesn't do WASD for this. Exploration is key in Pillars of Eternity. As you make your way through the Eastern Reach, open the area map to see what parts of the map you've already been to and what's left. Yeah, that's M, right? Yep. So classic CRPG. No, I agree. I like when they have audio. Even if it's like partly narrated, I'm cool with that.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
I think that's the berry we're looking for. Nope, that's wort. A dead cow. A young wolf. Okay. Okay, so Pillars of Eternity combat uses a plausible real-time system. Because you will often manage more than one character at a time, it's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real-time to see orders play out. The option menu also contains many choices for automatic pausing when certain conditions are met. Okay. Here's this. Not enough focus. Got it. One of your characters has been engaged in melee. When the characters are engaged, they immediately stop moving. If they move again, they will provoke a disengagement. Attack from the enemies engaging them. Your character will also automatically engage enemies when they initiate attacks against them with melee weapons. All characters in the game, friend and foe, have 4 primary defenses against attacks: deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. These defenses are based on the character's attributes levels, items, and other effects. Accuracies compared to the appropriate defenses when the attack is made. If accuracy is below the targeted defense, the attack suffers a penalty to the roll and is more likely to result in a miss. Okay, if accuracy is above the target's defense, the attack is more likely to result in critical. Interesting. So like you still do damage. Also, attacks that do damage have to overcome the carbon. Okay, so there is DR. Target's damage reduction. Enemy DR reduces the incoming damage by the listed amount down to a minimum percentage. Okay, so there's a minimum. If you're having difficulty hurting an enemy, try switching to a weapon or attack that does a different damage type. Okay, so there is damage type. Most enemies are strong against one or two damage types and weak against similar attacks. Gotcha. Okay, and so when I click on the wolf, or hover the wolf, you can see damage reduction 4, defenses 24, and then the other stuff is questionable. But he's badly injured. When a party member takes damage, they will start to lose endurance and health. The portrait will begin to fill with red overlay and the health bar to the left of the portrait. Yeah, I was going to say I didn't think we took damage yet. Will slowly start to decrease. When the portrait fills entirely red, the character will be knocked out. Potions and spells can be used to restore endurance to keep characters in the fight, but health can only be restored by resting. Really? I can restore endurance, but I can only rest to heal. That's an interesting mechanic. Yep.
Certainly.
This is it.
As you receive quest, your journal will update with relevant information. If you ever get stuck, open it to review your notes. Demis says you've had some interesting travels. Oh, this is Calliska talking. Okay. Odema says you've had some interesting travels. I lived in the frontier for a time. Yeah? How was it you happened to come here? It was too quite a life. I was looking for something more. Hazards of the lifestyle, I suppose. You had to expect it was possible no matter how much you didn't want it to be that way. Calliska breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been out this way, but I always did like it. Lord Redrick offer, make a girl think. I'll give him that. You're here to settle like the rest of us, Slot. No, I'm just passing through. That's usually the case with the big city, just a little further up the same road. Where are you headed? I'll probably wander for a while. I couldn't judge you for that. Been half my life. Just watch yourself. Get too far off the beaten path. These lands are wild in more than one way. In more ways than one. Anyways, I'm wasting time here. Dem will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Why are you here? Calliska sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here sometimes back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come, and that's got me a little worried. Oh, I emphasized the wrong syllable. Alright. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Ixamital. But I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me. So I'm here, and we'll see. Alright, Shadow. Thanks for hanging out. Odema I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. Okay, well, she just told me about herself. Well, tell me about yourself. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Dryerwood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands. My throat's getting dry. I've got a brother in Rautai and another in Ader. My sister in Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. What can you tell me about Drywood? It's not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adrian Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess? A lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister about it. All right, let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfle's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like. We should just check on him first, slap him around a little. The stream's just down the way. Come on, let's get your water. Okay. Oop.
What you need?
Spring's just down the way, so I'm guessing here. Burned Lady. I'm guessing there's alchemy in this game, right? Hope there's alchemy. What is this? Strange illness, okay. Broken bridge. Where can I get water? Up. Medium armor. This is medium armor. Recovery speed minus 30. Okay, so I can click him here. He has light armor. Okay. So I'll stick with the light armor. The corpse is cold to the touch, and a ripe smell wafts from its putrid waves. In putrid waves, a dark, crusted bloodstain besmirched its simple lines, linen clothes. Okay. I speak goods. I'm gonna have to get used to reading everything again.
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin in the cool water while Callisto waits nearby, keeping watch. As you raise, you notice her looking up sharply towards the tree line. Gain an item. Full water skin added to the stash. Out of the trees emerges a Sparfle, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait. His stride wobbly as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparfle? Are you alright?
Sparfle's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in the heat. The feathered shaft of an arrow planted between the shoulder blades, like an enemy flag. Always paraphrase now because I always misread something.
Ambush!
Ah, snap. Okay.
What you need?
I need you to take this guy. Focus this guy, and then we'll go after the archer. Okay. How do I know when my dude is charged? Okay. Cast blind on her.
Shit.
Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't well suited to penetrate an enemy's damage reduction. When the attack hits, DR will wipe out all but a small percentage of the incoming damage. You'll hear your character complain about it when it happens. Take heed, note the damage type that's being blocked, and switch to a weapon or spell that does a different damage type. Gotcha. Okay. My dude. Times 10 focus. Can you move sneak back here and not be main target?
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
First, we loot the bodies. Yeah, see, we would have missed that money. What is this? Beer? We don't want to leave that behind. The footprints around the campfire are indistinct and may have been here for days or longer. Get back to camp. Okay. Map clickable? It is, yay. Oh, this isn't good. Shit. We're in battle. Oh wait, do we heal over time? Okay. Actually, can you beat aggro and get there first? Shit, no, you can't. Okay.
Yes?
Why are you running? Why is he not attacking? Oh, you have to left click. That's obnoxious. A little bit.
Hmm?
Okay, so she can knock people over. What is this spell? Dope.
What you need?
Does everything have a weight? Or does everyone just have like inventory space? One second. These bows are 12 to 18. You have 11 to 16. There you go, my dude. These. Battle axe is one-handed. 13 to 19 slash. Okay, it's better than these hatchets.
Hmm?
Combat when we freaking win.
Hmm? What you need?
Glenfathan leader. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Aliska puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, drinking their axes from the bodies if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of a man you recognize as Hidden, the last of the caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit the man's life, for you will lose. Let's do the lore. The rune has not been sullied by our hands, men of Air Glenfeth. You now have a rank in a disposition, reputation. These reputations represent how people perceive your personality throughout the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and benign reputations often bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity, but if your main character is a priest or a paladin, you must be careful not to misalign their disposition with what is favored by their deity and order, respectively. For the main character only, their disposition will modify the effects of holy radiance for the priest and faith. Okay, got it. Cool. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. So, okay, so you're innocent in this. Putting a string of animal teeth around your neck. I'm guessing you're a worshiper of Gallowin. Judging by the string, okay, I'll do this one. Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing you're a worshiper of Gallowin. Gallowin told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. He didn't winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the man cocks his head, intrigued. Of course, but he would not. It is the command of all the god that we accept this charge. How do you know? Because it's consistent with their belief, or because it's what you were told? The man glares. It's always been known to my people. I see. And what of Gallowin's edict that weakness and age must purge by youth and strength? You think Gallowin would want some moldy, crumbling stone to survive long after their buildings have turned to dust? The man nostrils flares and fumes. He would not. He told us otherwise. I'm sure he did, just not you personally. But why should that stop you from killing innocents? Distracted, the man grips falters on his axe handle, and he nearly fumbles it, affording Hidden the moment he needs to dodge out of the swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges you instead. Okay.
How can I help?
You back up a little bit. You guys attack him. Okay, good backing up a little bit. Let's focus this outside hunter.
Hmm?
Not quite.
Clobbered. Okay. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above. Forgive us. Glenfell leader, barely audible beneath his choking sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The winds begin to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots, rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin. Where it pierces, you feel as though it is rending you apart from within. Caravan Master Odema, seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom slashing across chest and bow, Odema's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head. His eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
But what about the loot? You left the loot! Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step. You set your hands in the worn folds of a weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up on the ledge. Continue. Gideon trails behind, slowed by injury, delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rock, one of the fallen attackers, who has been feigning death, lunges for Gideon and topples him on the rocky ground. Restrained, Gideon lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break the hold. They are close to you. From your position, you would have a good chance at hitting your mark. Oh, fire at the attacker. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Hedon loose. Lurching to his feet, Hedon clambers up the base of the rock, and as he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull the waning strength, and it feels as though your arm will jerk from its socket. They hold just long enough for Hedon to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel in the rock beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. I'm going to need a lot of water playing this game.
A Buick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
Unfortunate.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Sounds good. The lower level of ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble. Keep ruins.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Lista shakes her head. Windstorm, one of a kind that only get an air glandfall. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The glandfall's word is Beerwick. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land that could find their own way out. But to take a living soul as soon as dead one. Still, got yours? Oh, still got yours? Okay, I see what you're saying. Who attacked us? Glenfathens. They'd been the hunt-dwelling Adama warned you about. Looking to be fangs of Galwin, who were the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odema. I think he half expected this, once we lost the main road. The Glenfathens said we were trespassing their ruins. I don't believe that. Odema would never allow it, but as much as the fangs are hothead, Glenfathens don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or she glanced down the passage beyond, or the looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. What about everyone else in our caravan? Callista's lips press together and her chin rumbles. Her voice is faint. The wheels got hold of them. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. You don't seem too upset about all this. Callista looks you in the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. Maybe I've seen worse too. Seen worse and kept on walking, because there's nothing else to be done. Because there's other people you care about who still need you. Let's get going. Okay. Let's go left first. Wait, hold on a second. I need to know something. Yes, F5 is quick save. Good.
Where'd that slime come from?
Break my F5 key playing this game. What slime? Camping supplies? You've discovered some camping supplies. You can use these to rest in the wilderness and dungeons, fully restoring all of your character's abilities and health. Easy difficulty allows you to carry more camping supplies, but harder restricts them severely. If you fully run out of camping supplies, try to find an inn. Most have cheap rooms available. Sounds good. Hammer and chisel. Torch. My question is hammer and chisel. Simple, useful chipping away a hard surface, particularly ones that display structural weakness. Okay. You can switch to new weapon sets by selecting the weapon icon from the individual character's action bar. I see. Ah, okay.
How can I help?
You can carry a torch.
How can I help?
Trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbow and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Saurup. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Raise your arms and stand still. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft click sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. But it's okay, I won't hurt you. Saurup recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. Pull it back away. Saurup watches you warily as you go. I'm still going in this way. Nope. Dang. I didn't want to kill you, buddy. You did this to yourself. I was just gonna walk away. Okay. That's... Oh, wait. Is that a journal? Header journal. The small folio is torn in several places and blood has soaked into several sheets. One late entry is legible, however. It can't be my luck. A few rounds of dice and I've got my hands on a genuine Ingwith artifact. Fellow who had it said it was pretty nothing as far as he's concerned. He's not willing to go digging in some ruins. But if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, that's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head to Kalen Liss in the morning, and just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about.
Wait. Do you hear that?
I do not. Schooled whelp. You can come in?
Yes?
Yeah, you can come in. You scored a crit. A crit is a better result than a hit, and they are more likely to occur when the attack accuracy is higher than the target's defense. Attacks that do damage will do more damage on crit. Attacks that inflict status effects or affliction will have increased duration on a crit. Grazes are worse than hits and suffer decreased damage and effect durations. Okay.
Certainly.
That
Take a
looks
look
weak.
at the wall.
Could be a
What
shortcut.
you need? We could get.
A crack runs along the wall from the floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through. Use the hammer and chisel and weaken the wall. You set to work. The cracks, the lengths widen with your effort, but the process is more taxing than you expected. Sweat beads your forehead and your muscles begin to ache. Continue chiseling at the wall. After several long moments, you begin to see light on the other side. With the final tap, several blocks of stone shift and tumble loose, clearing a gap just wide enough to pass through. I do want to explore this whole map, though. Hopefully, I don't.
I could scout ahead.
The eastern reach is dangerous. Place of lurking enemies and careful concealed secrets. Enabling scout mode to move stealth, search for hidden objects like traps or secret doors. Okay.
See what's around the corner.
Well, I mean, should have let him do that. So wait, how do I do stealth mode? Left alt or right alt? Okay, so I can just select my dude, hit alt. Hold on a second. Character. Stealth is 1. What about you? What is your stealth? Stealth is 2.
Yes.
You wait here.
They'll never know I'm here. Wall. I don't hear any sign of that storm either.
Feels like the draft coming through the wall. Spiders. Okay. My question is, can I? Yes, I can. Okay. Shift select works. Oh, okay. Beastery progress. I see journal, but I don't see beastery. Right, March. There's a lot of lore, location oh, beastery's here. Does it tell you their weakness though? Needed 3. Wait. Something Zerops or reptiles. Okay, so if I click the first one, that's this. Got it. Scolders are large mammalian creatures that dwell in caves in a near total darkness. As a result, they have poor vision and rely on their sense of hearing to navigate and find prey. Protrusion hair on their ears allow them to detect airflow, which is key to telling direction to an underground environment. They communicate through screeches and clicks and use the vocalization in form of echolocation. They are communal creatures and will nest and raise their young. Okay, cool. So the more I kill something, the more I learn about it.
What you need?
Like in real life. Scanning mode is used both for stealth and for finding hidden objects like traps and secret containers. While scouting, your character's selection circle will start to fill with yellow when a character is starting to detect them. Once the circle fills yellow, the character is suspicious and will move to investigate while the circle fills red. If the circle becomes fully red, your character will be discovered. Character ability to find hidden objects is based on his or her mechanic skill. A higher mechanic skill allows them to find objects at a greater distance. Cool. Moving towards the character accelerates how quickly they will detect you. If you actually touch the selected character circle of a character with your own, you will immediately be detected. Okay. I'm looking for an attack though. Alright, everybody can chill now. Shoot. Alright, let's send you back out, buddy.
I'll be quiet. Found something.
Trap detected. Interesting. Wait, is there a trap here too? I just want to check this real quick.
Worth a look.
Everywhere. More spiders. Big spider. I kind of want to see what's over here though.
What you need?
Okay, my dude.
Hmm?
Alright. Bats as large as chickens are strung in the web. Nice.
Hmm?
Beer spider leg. Alright, let's get him back in his
Quiet.
stealth. No, just him. Everybody.
What you need?
Alright. I really want to see what's at the beginning of this dungeon though. Like over here. Now let's see how smart the pathing is. Oh, so far so good. Don't want to miss out on experience. That'd be the worst thing ever.
Those tiles look suspicious. Let's be careful.
Yeah, we do. Yep. Alright, let's
How
get you
can I
back in
help?
stealth.
Those
Pretty
symbols.
sure I saw it on one of the tiles
like the
back
tiles.
there.
Symbol of pattern circle is inscripted on the pillar. An unlit brazier sits at its base. It could be lit if you had the means. Torch to light it? Flames kindle swiftly in the brazier, winding their way upwards.
Be
Hold on.
quiet.
check this whole chamber before. Oozes. We need base combat faster. Okay.
Where'd
What's
that slime
muck
come
on
from?
the wall?
It's just oils and this gets oily. This muck clings. Oh. Why doesn't it show on the log? Oh, here it is. It's just oily. This musk clings to anything it touches. Poleaxe two-handed. Okay.
What you need?
I mean, we could go this way.
Found something.
No, see, they're gonna try to go through the traps. I don't want to do this one at a time. But still, I'm kind of curious what happens.
Oh? Now here's something.
Over here.
What you need?
Nope, see, nope. Gotta do it one at a time if I'm gonna do it
What
this
you
way.
need?
How can I help? Worth a look.
Oh,
What you need?
all right. First area.